Hello my friends, welcome to the new week. Don't you just love Mondays? I do, I love Mondays. Starting new week, new possibilities, new beginnings, new everything. But it's just a day on the calendar. Every day is a new beginning, isn't it? So yeah, I always like to make the best of my little world, and where most people dread Mondays, I love Mondays. Friday's good too, weekend's good too, hump day's good too. I'm kind of partial to hump day too. I like every day. You know, I always say if you're just living for the weekends, you're cutting out 5/7 of your week, and that's a lot of life you're missing. So if you hate those Mondays, think about life. Think about what you're doing. Anyway, enough for my words of wisdom from the elderly today. The topic today is helping other vegans instead of putting them down. Watched a lot of videos this weekend, different ones. You know, on the weekends I watch social media, and I look at social media and I watch videos a little bit differently. I don't necessarily do it as much for research on the weekends. I kind of just, you know, play around, see what's going on, see what the trends are, see like what's being talked about, and I just play. I like to see different people, watch different people. Found a good new channel this weekend that I really enjoyed. And then just watched some other things that were just kind of drivel. Some were good, so I watched some of my regulars that are always good. But, you know, most of the time it's like there's just this never-ending, why is the vegan community, why is the high-carb vegan community so much promoting disunity? Is that a word? I think we should be looking more for unity in the vegan world in general, but the high-carb vegan world specifically. It just seems like everybody wants to be right out there to the exclusion of anything else. And you know, it just seems like I read this quote last night, and it got me thinking about. It just kind of helped me put some of these thoughts into perspective. If only your desire to help was as strong as your criticisms, less talk, more walk the walk. Help someone up, don't push them down. You know, a lot of times people will say nasty things, or they will do unproductive things, or they will discuss a topic in an unproductive way, all under the disguise of, well, I'm right, or this is right, and my truth has to be revealed and it has to be gotten out there. But does it really matter if you're right, if you're hurting somebody in the process, or if you have to put somebody down to make your point? You know, as I continue to go on and on about this, it's just like everybody, you know, we're as high carb vegans. Let's go with high carb vegans, but let's don't put down any vegans, because even the junk food vegans out there, are precious to me. In some ways they're more precious to me because they are doing it just strictly for the animals. They don't even care about their health. Now I don't quite understand it for my personal benefit, because I just think, well, why not just get the best of both worlds? Totally understand the vegan perspective of it being all about the animals. Totally like that. But I mean, if you're going to do it anyway, you know, why not be a little bit healthy with it? But I do totally applaud the people that are vegan totally for ethical reasons. But you know, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But in this context, let's talk about the high carb vegans. All right, most everybody out there that's doing a high carb vegan lifestyle and is doing it in a clean manner is getting so many health benefits that, you know, I think we should really just focus on that instead of breaking it down into little details. You know, it's like it really is a lot of times like certain religions and certain extremisms within religion, like they really kind of miss the main message because they're a little too caught up in the details and they're caught up in little bitty specifics. I mean, if somebody goes from a standard American diet to a high carb vegan lifestyle, they have just made so much of an improvement, and they are going to reap such benefits that, I'm on a path. But I can't expect everybody to be on the kind of intense path, or that has the time, or that's a seeker like me. But for somebody that's just, you know, I know people that eat clean, high carb vegan. They don't eat as raw as I do. You know, maybe they do raw till 4. Maybe they do, they don't call it raw till 4. Maybe they just eat more cooked food. But they're hella clean. And even if they weren't as clean, it's just really not, I mean, why, you know, I'm walking my path. I like to share, like I say, I always tell you, I'm sharing myself. I'm kind of letting you watch this science experiment, which is me. And take from it what you will, follow what you will, use what you will, and adapt it and make it your own. But I just, you know, it's just not, it's not productive to every single day. There always is some sort of argument back and forth, and there's people that are, there's just more concentration on fine points on who is right than there is of just really spreading the message of this high carb vegan lifestyle in the first place. As Tanny Ross says all the time, we really need to be meeting people where they are on their journeys and helping them where they are on their journeys. And you know, sometimes even I catch myself all the time. I try to be highly I self-monitor. I even self-monitor my thoughts. I self-monitor my thoughts, my intentions, what it even looks like from the outside. Like sometimes I say things and I'll go back and watch a video and see what I said. And I even try to go so far as to think like, okay, well, this is what I meant, but could what I said there possibly be interpreted in another way, or be interpreted in a way that's less than kind? Or could it be interpreted in a way that sounds like I would exclude someone or be exclusive of someone out there? I mean, personally, in this raw vegan lifestyle, I want to reach out to and I want to help as many people as possible. You know, I've said before that I kind of look at the second half of this thing called life for me as the main focus of this second half of life is service. I want to help people where they are. I don't want to beat anybody up. I don't want to put anybody down. I don't want to make anybody feel less than, or I don't want to make anybody feel any negative. My purpose in life is to not to give out any negative feelings to anybody. I'll meet you where you are. I'll help you with what you want to, with what you need. I will answer questions where I can and without judgment. And that's part of the reason that, like, you know, in the next 6 weeks, when I've got my time back to me, and all of a sudden the focus becomes on putting my time into the things that interest me and that I'm passionate about. That's why I study this stuff, so I can help more people. I feel like if I were just in a vacuum and I was just somewhere and I was just going to kind of eat for my own benefit, yeah, I wouldn't really have to look around and study very much more. I think I would probably go to, like, I've been doing it for 3 years now, almost 3 years, not quite. And I feel like, yeah, you always need to be learning, but there's been enough learning going on that my body has, you know, with the knowledge I have, I could just kind of keep honing in and adding a little, taking a little out. It wouldn't take a whole lot for me, but I got to put that time in so I'm able to explain things better. So I'm able to, you know, I've told you I don't retain things very well. So I have to have my notes organized. I have to study a little bit more like I'm actually studying for school, so I can speak intelligently on some of these subjects. But that's more, like I say, so I can share this message with the masses, or as many people as possible. When I say the masses, I'm not somebody on TV or I don't have an audience of millions, but I do want to be relevant to as many people as possible. And I do enjoy, hey, don't get me wrong, I don't want to turn raw vegans off, but that's a very small bunch. I don't want, you know, I don't want to cater my message just to be something that would totally be interested to raw vegans of the highest extreme. You know, I want to make as many people as possible in my lifetime about the benefits of a whole food plant-based lifestyle. And my best way of doing that is coming to people with love, without judgment, without sarcasm. Sarcasm's a bad one, you know, or the people, just even facial expressions. A lot of times things have to be watched. There's a lot of things out there that are said that aren't said with words, you know, people that just get on these high horses of, and kind of feelings of superiority because, well, I'm a higher rung up on the ladder. I'm a fully raw vegan and I don't eat this, and it almost becomes like competition. The more things you can knock out, the higher you can get, and the more things you can cut out of your diet. Oh, well, we don't eat this. We don't eat this. You get where I'm coming from. It's just not the vibe I want to be promoting. And I try to catch myself from time to time. Hell, I probably sound a bit sanctimonious at times too. But in the end, I just want to help spread this message. And I try to always think every day, like, how do you spread something in the most effective way possible? I used to be very reactionary when I was younger, and in a different lifestyle. Probably I had foggy thinking, and I didn't always think of what action would bring the best outcome. I used to think more of like, okay, what action will make me feel better? I didn't know this at the time, but a lot of this time when you're putting people down or trying to show your superiority, all you're really trying to do is make yourself feel better. You're not sharing. You're not doing something for the greater good. It's just doing something to make yourself feel good. So, I tell you what, I'll challenge you to do something today. I try to do this as much as possible. There's places I go for really learning and really being serious and really interacting on the internet. And then there's some places I go just kind of because I really want to give back a little bit. And some of those places, all I really do is try to send some encouraging words out to people. I just want to challenge you today. Do it for today, and then you can go from here and see how it goes. Don't argue with anybody today. Don't say anything nasty towards anybody today. Don't put down anybody's way of eating. Don't put down what anybody does about anything. Even if it's wrong, try to come to people in a loving manner. Try to come to people in an open manner that they would actually be open to listening to what you have to say. Encourage somebody today. I want you to go out there, and I want any of your interaction on social media or any of your comments on YouTube to be uplifting, to be positive, to be something that helps people, that pulls them up instead of trying to put them down. Even if you're right, remember that. Think about this, and then I'm going to let you go. This is about it for the day. What do sometimes when we're talking about this, like I've talked about this before, stepping out of ourselves and looking at a conversation or a situation like it's not you that's involved with it, what do you think some of these people, like what kind of impression are we making on a lot of these people? Like especially, I'm kind of talking to the raw vegans more in our raw vegan groups. When these people that are eating a sad diet are coming from what we call normal lifestyles, what the hell do you think they think when they wander into these raw vegan conversations of the highest extreme? What do you think? Sorry, I had something else down there. I thought I'd missed one little group of notes I wanted to tell you, but that was something else. But yeah, what do you think these people think? They just got to be thinking like, these people are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Next, and click the button and go away. So let's be more inclusive of people. Let's be more loving towards people. Let's be unifying. Let's have some unity in this high-carb vegan world, and let's try to reach as many people as possible without getting into the nasty battles and trivial arguments and all that hoorah. Anyhow, hope you guys are starting off good this week. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and I will see you again tomorrow. Peace.